Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last race of the week at Jeddah Kurdish Circuits of Saudi Arabia for Division 3. And it has been a very interesting week at Jeddah. We've had some big crashes. We've had some side-by-side action, some wheel-to-wheel racing. EA has struck back again and disconnected people. It's all gone absolutely smooth sailing, to say the least. But we're here with Division 3 tonight, and it's going to be a very, very interesting night. We've got a few guys, obviously, with quali bands tonight. Actually, quite a few. I'm just going to round them off because... there is a few. So remember, do not go out. Save your setup and then retire. So Dutch Verstappen, Albashek are the only two because obviously Bunker Bronco is not here. Dr. Mitz is not here and neither is in DNV. So they are the guys that have the quali bands for tonight. And everyone enjoy tonight. It is the last race before we go over to the big one next week. We do have the reserve program tomorrow night at Hungary. So feel free to tune in and get involved in that. And then on Saturday night, it is Division 1 with 100% 70 laps around the Hungarian circuit. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. I'm your host and commentator SJ, and I'm joined by the man that did suffer from a disconnection at the weekend. TTV Zombie, good evening.
Good evening, SJ. How are you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Wouldn't say perhaps happy after Sunday and Saturday, but I'm excited for this Div3 and final rest of the week.
As we will say, and I reckon a lot of people will say the same thing, you will not be the first, you will not be the last time that happens. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. But you obviously had a fantastic pace. You looked really, really good. It was unfortunate that it did happen. But how forward, how excited are you for Hungary? Come on, tell me.
Would you be surprised at what I said?
No?
Because I'm clearly not. I've done nothing on Hungary the past couple of years, so I've got to get a lot of practice in this last couple of days before Sunday.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know what's going on. Connection's a little bit shady, so hopefully it does sort itself out. I do apologise, guys. I've got nothing on. Nothing on at the moment, but if we will do a bit of a reboot if I need to. Right, let's go through the order of tonight's grid in Division 3. We've got Tyler Davey in the kick. We've got Brian in the Mercedes. What a fantastic week last week they had in China. Him and Nishka, they really, really picked up the momentum and we probably are forced to watch out for tonight. We've got Albashek. Unfortunately, he does have that quali ban, so he will be starting last tonight. We've then got Hennessy. Will he be able to keep that form up? That will be the question in the McLaren AAU, in the Aston Martin Slushy as well. Will he be able to start bringing in that form for Red Bull? Huddy the GOAT, his first appearance tonight as a Haas full-time driver. We wish him all the best. Good luck to him. Jazzy Jorts giving it another go again. He had a go last week with Williams. He's now in the pink and blue team, Alpine. And what a team to be in with leading the overalls at the moment. And we wish him all the best as well. We've then got Spotty Dotty back after a broken arm. So really good to have him back in repping that Golf Williams livery. Didn't want to decide to rep the other one, actually. The new one that was out. It would be good to have seen that. We might see that later on. Let's have a look while we go down. We've got Juan as well in the Haas reserving tonight. We then got Daz taking on a full-time seat in the Ferrari as well, moving up from Div 4 to Div 3. So big spotlight on him tonight after Ferrari have had such a fantastic start to the week. We've then got Calco in the V Cub. We've then got Vu in the V Cub as well. We've then got Bread, the TP of Alpine. We've then got Rossi reserving for Bunker Bronco in the kick. We've then got Rise basically switching Alpine to Ferrari, driving his full-time seat tonight and his debut in the Ferrari, so no pressure for him. We've then got Wojciech in the Aston Martin. Will he get another driver of the day? We'll have to wait and see. We've then got Dutch Verstappen, who has a quali ban as well. We've then got Spud Muffin in the Williams. Welcome back, Spud Muffin. And then we have got the man in the Merc, Nishka, down there in P20. Not a bad grid tonight. A few little reserves, but mostly full-time drivers, and a few of those guys in their new seats, Zombie.
Yeah, I think one of those big waiting to shine in Div3 is Rise, obviously having a even in Vegas, and I've kind of forgotten about China, but I haven't heard much from Rise. He's been very in that deep end of a performance in Div3, obviously having really big performances in Div5 and Div4. But yeah, I'm pretty curious of I've got no clue what the pace around here is for Div3, so I'm quite keen to watch all these drivers go at it in quali.
Yeah, going to be very, very exciting to see what happens at the moment. We've got Jazzy Drott that's done a 27.581, taking pole position in P2. At the moment is Vu with a 27.705, and then we've got the Williams driver of 27.827, Spud Muffin. Your team pretty confident tonight, or are you thinking it's going to be a bit of a surprise tonight on who's going to shine?
I'm very confident in my team, not being biased or anything, but I think even my TP Brian coming off that win off China, he's started to, this Merc team obviously at the start of the season was a bit of a show, not having the best sort of results, but obviously having a win in Vegas and then having a win in China, so I think they're keen to keep putting up those really good results, and yeah, I'm pretty confident in my team as well. Oh my god! Sorry, I just saw Tyler. Oh my god, extremely close. Sorry about that. But yeah, I say I'm pretty confident in my team, and I think the Alpines as well. And obviously we got Spotty Dolly back in the seat after the you just spoke about. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for the moment.
Yeah, going to be very interesting. Obviously, Mercedes picking up that momentum in the last few weeks as well, which has been really good to see. And yeah, hopefully they can continue for end of the week as well. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, it should be very, very good tonight. And obviously some big opportunities for some big points next week, with 30 points up for grabs in the 100% races. So yeah, if these guys do score very, very well, they will do very well in the overalls, which is definitely getting very interesting, especially the momentum of Mercedes last week, and also Ferrari, how they've started as well. So yeah, going to be very interesting to see. Right, on that, we've got a lot of guys in the pits. 10 minutes to go on, and a lot of these guys have actually set times very, very quickly here. 10 minutes to go, and we've still got Albashek and Dutch Verstappen. You do guys need to retire. You need to be retiring ASAP. Not leaving it now. Get your setups in and retire, otherwise you will get a penalty. That goes to Albashek and Dutch Verstappen. We've still got Daz and Rossi still to set the time. Daz is coming through at the moment. We will jump on board with someone for a flying lap, which I'll take it on board with Zombie in a second. But we're on board with Daz at the moment. Quite a lot of ERS in that sector 2 zone, but now he's burning it all quite a lot now. 62%, running a none as well for a DRS zone. Very interesting strategy there from Daz, and then he's now burning it through here. So very interesting strat. None, then overtake. Interesting. I thought he'd be running medium, but oh well, okay. Everyone has their own strategy, I guess. Coming around into the final corner, down the main straight. I'm not pro. I do say it how it is. 26%. He's used. Well, apparently he's used all of it, and Albashik has retired. Daz only 29.683. Unless that is a banker, you are gonna have to speed up, my friend, to get up there right where your teammate is. Who's done 28.430. We got Dutch Verstappen still in the mid. We're going to need to retire. Please. Zombie, a lot of people are out on a lap at the moment, on an outlap that are about to start. Who do you want to jump on board with, my friend?
Just having a look through who's closest to the line. I do want to hop on with Huddy, the Haas, as he's just about to start his lap.
Okay, mate. Over to you.
Alright, so starting the lap, I'd say probably burnt to around 80%, but he keeps it in medium for the start finish straight. Brake early, try and cut that curb as much as you can, but he doesn't touch the curb, and he hogs the turn 2 curb quite a lot, as he burns about 5% of the battery. Going to this tight turn, you really want to hug this wall as much as you can going into turn 5. And yeah, this section is very, very important for your quali to see. You know, you can do a flat out here, but obviously depends on what kind of setup you're on. Burning to around 80% back into medium. This corner is very crucial as well, just to get that exit speed into 4th gear, back into 5th gear. Burning the battery to around 67%. It's going to shift down back into 5th gear. Not the best of turn-ins, but shouldn't lose too much time about that. As he starts burning the battery around 60%, he goes in hot lap. He will stick in hot lap as he shoots down to 5th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear, into 7th gear, burning the battery from around 45% to around probably 20% by the end of this second last DRS zone. Brake late, try and hog this last corner as much as you can, and then get the power down as much as you can. Try and cut the bit of the pit line as much as you can to try and gain as much time as you can. And it is 128 points. Shit, oh god. 7 or 4. My bad.
Yeah, all good, all good. Very good time set there. And he's put himself up into P12, so good to see. And we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Who else is out? We've still got Abhishek. Dutch Verstappen does need to retire. He still hasn't retired yet, so could be a penalty coming for the McLaren driver. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because he hasn't retired at all, and we've got 6 minutes to go. So yeah. Hello, Connor. How you going? Right, let's jump on board. Who we've got? We'll go with Rossi. He is on a hot lap at the moment. He's in hot lap, which is very interesting. He hasn't set any times currently, so yeah, interesting to see. Maybe struggling there in the kick. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, it is very close, Connor. We'll have to wait and see what happens, mate. But we got Rossi, 82%. Could be running out of fuel here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a lap or not, or will be coming into the pits, because that fuel gauge is flashing red, as you can see, and he's not really burning much of the battery at the moment, so I think this may not be a lap. So I'm actually going to just jump off him, and I'm going to jump on board Mario Yu, who just does go across the line, and only a 129.047 at the moment. So a few of these guys really needing to pick up the pace as well. We've got Jay Monster in the pits. We've got Haley to go, who's just done a lap. It's going to go around again, but Nishka putting himself up to P3, Jazzy Jort still P2, and Vu at the top with a 27.406 at the moment. So top 5, very, very close at the moment. It could go any way. Zombie 7, 7, 5, 5, and a 4.
Yes, it's very close at the moment, as we do have Jazzy setting a 127.3. That's going to be that's a pretty good time for Div3, and that's going to be a bit hard to beat. Obviously his Alpine teammate boxing as well, as we do have an Alpine. Spun Muffin is spun around at towards the last corner. Spun Muffin has spun before the corner. I'm not sure what has happened there, as he's letting cars by, as a McLaren goes by as well. But yeah, pretty tight between the top 3 at the moment. Obviously Nishka wanted a 27.5, Haivu at 27.4, and Jazzy with a good lap at 27.3. I do think there's a lot of time left on the table for a lot of these drivers, especially the ones down to the bottom, as long as they can fix their weird ERS managements. I think they can definitely gain a lot of time. But yeah, I'm curious to see who takes pole, as the only person out at the moment is Calco and Rossi, as Rossi is pitting. Do you have any predictions for pole, or are you gonna stick to Jazzy that's on provisional pole at the moment?
27-2.
27-2, so you reckon there will be a bit of a improvement around maybe a tenth and a half an improvement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what to say at the moment, as obviously everyone is in the pits. Some people are on out laps, just starting their out laps, but yeah. 3.5 minutes left to go. Yeah, still a lot of time left on the table for these drivers. And I guess we will just we'll wait for the next driver to start the time, and I believe J1 Monster will start his lap right now. So he goes very wide into the last turn. Did you want to take this on board, Jester?
Yeah, I'll take this one away. Just before though, Hennessy, get your teammate to retire because he's looking at a DSQ, mate. So just get onto that. I don't want to see him get DSQ'd, but he's at 3 minutes to retire that car. And so, yeah, remember you need to retire immediately after you've got the quali ban. Right, coming on to J1 Monster. We've got his teammate Huddy to go in 13th at the moment. Ooh, very close to the wall. He's gone very wide there.
Wow.
I'd back out. He's going to continue. I think he's going to lose way too much time. But let's have a look here. We're in Sector 1 at the moment. Let's have a look. No, he's all over the place. He's lost it completely. So we'll see him go again. We'll jump on board with Slushy. He's down there. He's just about to start, actually. We'll jump on board with Slushy. So here we go. Going into turn 1 now, coming down the main straight where the wall does bite. As you can see, getting so close to that wall. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to live on the edge. And that's what this is all about. As he does clip the wall there with the left on the left hand side there, but keeps it nice and good on the curbs. He's into a P9 with 28.173 at the moment, so he can get in 4.5 temps up. This is looking very, very good for the Red Bull driver at the moment. He is looking at possibly a P5 for the time being. Is now going to be jumping on to the DRS very, very soon. It's a little bit out of sorts there going into that corner. We'll have to wait and see. But here we go. Now coming onto the DRS, 27%, onto the 25% as well on the DRS. Low on the battery. That may be a problem going into the final part here. Now he'll burn, but he's not going to have much left. Thank you for that. Communicating online services rubbish. He's going to have a bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully he gets out of the way, but he's burnt everything. He's lost all of his deployment, so he's got his ERS all wrong here, and he's going to lose probably everything he's just made up. So let's have a look where's going to be at the line, see if he's going to make any time up at all. He only goes to P6, but he could have done a lot better than that zombie without losing that deployment.
Yeah, it just been you definitely see why it was up by so much after the first sector, because he just burnt way too much battery and he just lost it all in that final sector. As I do want to jump on board. There is a lot of drivers out on their final lap. I'm just looking through who's on the lap at the moment.
Yep, far away.
Far away.
Which one? Far away. Who do you want to jump on board with?
Oh my god, I'm trying to look. Nesco improves. Oh my god. We'll drop on Spud Muffin. Spud Muffin is midway through his lap. But we will go on with him. He's a tenth up at the wall. He does hit the wall and he does go onto the curb, and that is probably his that's definitely his run done. But he still goes on at the moment, coming into this very fast left-hander. You have to get this precise, as it takes a little bit slow. It's not as slow as he probably wanted, but he does have 30% left, a decent amount of battery, a lot more battery than the other drivers would have had at the start of this quality session. As he's coming into the final turn, he locks up, goes a little bit wide, gets coming out of the last corner, 30% battery, as he will try and deploy it all, but he goes into the pits. So I think yeah, hitting that wall really costed him time. As I will try and look through any other drivers on the lap right now. I'm just trying to have a look. Oh, Jazzy is improving. Jazzy is nearly 4 tenths up on his time at the moment. I will jump on with him because he is on a super lap at the moment. Coming into this fast left hand, as you get this, he is absolutely flying at the moment. As he definitely has a lot of battery left. Coming into this final turn, he needs to get this corner precise. As he flicks that Alpine wheel, and coming into the final turn, he does get a good exit. Does he improve on his time, which I really think he will, but how much will he improve his time? No, he loses it all.
Ooh.
I think he just lost it all in that final sector, I'm not sure.
Well, we've Honey the Goats in, and Daz is now coming down the straight, and that's it. No improvement at all in quali there, Zombie. So we got it completely wrong. No 27-2,
Yeah.
completely 27-3. No improvement from the top three. Very interesting to see that, isn't it? I thought that we might have seen an improvement there.
Yeah, I did see an improvement like a minute before the session ended. Nishka did improve by 3 tenths, but it unfortunately didn't help. I believe he did improve by 3 tenths, but it does not look like it helped him at all. Yeah, that was not one of the quality sessions I would have thought it would have been. I thought it would have been more exhilarating, but on pole, you do have Jazzy with a good pole time he set in his second run, not his final run, which is very unusual to see in F1. But yeah, not the I've seen more exciting qualies, but you know, points come in the race.
Indeed, they do. And also, I think EA's having a few little problems tonight with connecting online services. Keeps coming up, so I do apologise, guys. With the connection of the stream, you can blame EA. And while we're on that, we do have a few investigations. One investigation for retiring on track in quali, and then an investigation for not retiring the car with a quali ban. The car was retired, but did take quite a long period of time for that car to retire, so there may be a penalty coming their way. Jazzy Jaw is taking away the pole position and the start of this race, so Zombie will take us away when we get underway here. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in tonight, and getting involved for the last race of the week. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. Zombie, I will leave you over to you, my friend.
Thank you, SJ. Yeah, I do just want to obviously talk about this track and the race. Obviously, it's not very nice to a lot of drivers, especially with that turn 3, or just that whole first sector in general. You can never be certain of where you finish around this track because you could hit a wall, damage your front wing, or even retire. But this first light's going to be very interesting, as we do have 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Jeddah. And it is lights out, and away we go. As the Alpine does have a good start, but we will look down more the field as the vehicle does dive down the inside as he does half spin. Ivory does do a half spin, and Nishka does improve his position up to P2, as we don't see much changes in the midfield. Will we be seeing people go wide? 2 cars, 3 cars wide into turn 3, and I believe we did, as we do have Brian spun. Last race's winner has been spun at turn 3. Stewart's room will already be firing up right now, but as we look back more to the front, Jazzy is leading by 7 tenths as Nishka has improved up to P2. Haivu has dropped down to P4. Not best start for Haivu, a bit put a lot of commitment into that turn 1, but has not lost many places, can definitely still improve, as yeah, not a great start for Brian here, and Rise. Position changes wise, we got 5 places gained for Dutch Verstappen after getting a quali ban, and for Abhishek. So, and Tyler has improved by 3 spots, and Hennessy has improved by 2. Brian, what has happened to Brian? He's fallen down from P10 to P20, which is not good. Not good considering he had a extreme China sprint weekend. But yeah, looking back at the front, as Nishka is gaining a lot, on Jazzy, but does not make a move. You have to be extremely patient around this track, as there is 3 DRS zones. So there's a lot of opportunity to take, but you can lose a lot of that into turn 1, as we do have 3 people in the pits. So a lot of people have definitely damaged their front wing going into turn 1 or to turn 2 or turn 3. Yeah, what do you think of that starter? There was a bit of chaos there.
Yeah, a bit of drama. Rise not having the best of stats at all down there in P20. Obviously, Wojciech down there in P19. Brian as well. Obviously, Slushy into the pits. A few guys deciding to go into the pits. We've got obviously Nishka deciding to go on those hards. So he's on the bit of strategy at the moment and putting pressure on Jazzy Jork, but he's got Spudmuffin and Vo. Vo has lost the DRS. I think he may just get back into it at the moment, but we can see a little bit of a gap forming there between Bread and Vu. Also, Hennessy's getting onto the back of Bread as well. But yeah, very interesting start. Jazzy Jork, though, what a start for him in the Alpine. And obviously Bread down there in P5. So Alpine having an absolute fantastic night, and so are VCAP. So Alpine P1 and P5, and VCAP P4 and P7. Are we going to see Nishka get onto the back of Jazzy Jork? He's getting closer and closer to him. Is he going to engage and move on lap number 3? We've got Spotty Dotty and Matty AU going at it as well. Side-by-side action coming down the main straight, which we love to see. Who's going to get the move done first? Matty AU is on the right, Spotty Dotty is on the left, and Abhishek is not far behind. He's had a great start up into P11 now from basically starting at the back. But Matty AU holds on to P9. 2.8 second gap between him and Matty AU. And
sorry to interrupt the Hennessy has spun at turn 3.
Oh no, you can't do that. You can't drive in front. Ooh, that will be looked out for an unsafe rejoin. And I think you signed, sealed, and delivered, my friend. A 5 second is coming to you, probably I would say, at the end of this race, as you did try and move forward there. So a little bit unfortunate there. We'll have to wait and see what Stuart say. Spotty Donny is round as well. There's 2 cars. I've already lost it. Spotty Donny and Hennessy. So a bit of drama here. Williams, after probably a bit of a commentator's curse there, saying they're doing a great job. They're now down to P15. Hennessy down to P16. Dutch up to P10. And that now promotes the 2 VCABs in 4th and 5th, Zombie.
Yeah, great stuff on the VCAB. It was just avoiding incidents. Besides, Hiveru just getting half spun to that turn 1, VCAB is going extremely well at the moment. I saw from Hennessy and the, I believe it was Bread, he went side into turn 3, and Bread just, yeah, he just copped a whole bunch of oversteer and just smacked into start of the Alpine, so that will be looked at for race time loss, and obviously for that bit of an odd rejoin. But yeah, Nishka still on the trail as he does momentarily go side by side into turn 2, but Nishka is putting heaps of pressure. Nishka's hit the wall.
He's done a fat cat!
No.
He's done a fat cat! And the wall takes someone else! Oh my days. Jeddah. And that is one thing that you've got to be careful of here, is this wall. We're on board with Brian. This is the wall that you have to be careful of. And that is the reasons why. Because, I don't know, it doesn't get any wider throughout the race. It just stays the same. But people are so cautious going into that corner, aren't they?
Oh, Rossi does have a drive-through penalty.
And Zombie is speechless.
Me?
After that. But
oh my god, no.
That corner is a pain, isn't it? Like, people take it so cautious. And I can see the reasons why.
Yeah,
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. He has no comment.
I mean, as I said at the start of the race, you can never determine of where you finish around this track, because I said especially turn 3 can definitely take you out, and yeah, it has taken a life of the life of Nishka. So that is unfortunate stuff from Nishka. Obviously, on the verge of probably going to overtake Jazzy, as he did have a lot of pace in those hards. But unfortunate. Brian is still making his way up the field, so Mer can still definitely get a good result. So Brian is definitely pushing at the moment. but at the front, Jazzy is building a comfortable lead to Spud Muffin. Obviously, getting that pressure release from Nishka hitting the wall at turn 3. Yeah, that was very chaotic, SJ.
Yeah, I can tell in your voice, my friend. I can tell in your voice that you're probably still destroyed. But the race moves on, and it definitely opens it
Yep.
up now for the rest of the field as Monster and Brian are really going at it. And Monster's doing a great job holding up Brian. I know he's 4.9 seconds back, but Brian at the moment is just biding his time, trying to get the move done. Back out to the front, though, we are going to go into a little bit of a battle because this is a great little battle here. We've got the two V-Cavs in third and fourth. What a night that they're having. And the Williams of Spud Muffin in P2 and Jazzy Draw. The reserve driver from Division 3, 4, no, 3, yes, 3, sorry, yeah, because he reserved for Div 2, sorry, this is Division. My apologies. Jazzy Short in the Alpine doing an absolute, I don't know what's wrong with tonight. Jazzy Short doing an absolutely fantastic night. Yeah, because he reserved in Div 2, that's why I got confused. We've got more drama here, as Wodger is out. What's happened there? Oh, this is scenes here. I'm just trying to see what's happened there. Big accident.
Oh, and a 10-second penalty for Rothy.
Yeah, big accident.
Yeah, they were just both spun round. I'm not sure what's happened.
Oh. Safety car.
Wow, it is happening here. We're only in lap 5. Yeah, this is very interesting now. Do people go for the 2-stop? Do people commit to the 2-stop, or will someone go on the hards? I'm wondering, nearly everyone's into the pits, so I think everyone might be committing to a 2-stop, because I know for a fact, coming from me, the hards or tires cannot go very long. I think these tires can the hard tires can maybe go for maybe 15 laps. But yeah, very, very interesting strategies from a lot of the field.
Yes.
It's been very chaotic already. It's lap 6, and we've already got a safety car. We've had a VSC and a safety car. What are your thoughts at the moment, as we still probably got another 30-40 minutes of this race left?
Oh, I think it's spiced it up. I really do. I think safety car is obviously Wogjet. Really unfortunate for obviously Wogjet and Ishka in this race, but it opens it up for everyone else. Really unfortunate for Jazzy. It looked like he was in control of this race on those mediums, and you do know these mediums around about that lap 7 they start to really become quite slidey. So I reckon we'll probably see Jazzy and Vu probably coming in. I don't know about Slushy. He's only on 4 laps, so I'm not sure. But everyone else has decided to go onto the hard. So, and as you can see there, look at the gap. 21 seconds from Spud Muffin to Vu. So
wow,
that is a big gap, and it's going to bring everyone back into this race, which is going to be fantastic to see. Jazzy Jort's doing a fantastic job, and there you go. Vu has decided to call it, and he's gone into the pits. And we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So he'll probably come out right behind Spud Muffin, probably? No.
I think he'll get back on.
No, Spud Muffin's coming down the straight. No, he'll come out behind him. He'll come out right behind him. And Calco, he could come out about P7 here. Let's have a look. He's coming down the main straight now. He's in 3rd. There you go. Just behind Spud Muffin. There you go. Look at that. What a strap from VCAB. 3rd and 4th on the hard compound tyres, and P1 still needs to pit. So, going to be an interesting restart here, and going to bring everyone back into it. They are 10 seconds back from him, but everyone is going to join the pack. So it gives Rossi and Huddy a go. Rise to get back into the race after probably not the best of starts. And some of these guys down the bottom to make their way, and also Brian as well, and he still hasn't got past Monster as well. And Monster's decided to go on to a set of mediums. Same with Huddy go. Interesting strat there from the two.
Yeah, that's mediums are definitely not making it. If I get a puncture from only doing 13 laps, I'm very sure that's not going to make it to the end of the race. So he's definitely committed to another stop in this race. I'm just curious to see, will these hard runners make it to the end of the race? Maybe They just gotta really gotta have to nurse these tires on the way home. Yeah. Obviously, I think there should be another lap of the safety car. So there will be, I'd say, around probably 17, 18 laps. That's a big ask on this track for the tire wear on this track. So yeah, I'm curious to see. I don't think Jazzy has done wrong here, but I mean, if he pitted with everyone else would have everyone else would have been equal. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Jazzy can do on these mediums. Can he run away from Spud Muffin? Because we've seen that he had definitely had good pace at the start until the safety car. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how the tyre strategies work throughout this race.
Yeah, technically he's only got 5 laps on those mediums, not really 7, because they've been under a safety car for 2 laps anyway. So he's technically got 5, so he's probably got a bit of breathing space, about 3-4 laps on those tyres before they really start to cause a few little problems there. Got a surprise interview. So yeah, if Sick Paddy wants to jump in, then feel free. But yeah, going to be really interesting. 7 laps to 2, 1, 2, and then you've got 6 from Slushy as well. So Slushy and Jazzy Draw really sort of on the same strat as well. So this will be very interesting to see how these guys go. But yeah, this is. I think there's going to be more to happen in this race. I don't think this is going to be the only safety car. I think we are going to see these guys go medium hards, mediums. I think so. And there we go. We've got our surprise interview. And I'll let Zombie kick it off. We've got the TP of Kick, Sick Paddy in the comms box.
Good day, Sick Paddy. Kind of out of the blue. But have you been communicating with your drivers? Do you know if they'd be confident of trying to make it to the end of the race on these hard tires?
I sure hope they are. I mean, that seems to be the plan from here. They're just going to go to the end and win the race as they do. Because Kick's Alba's best team ever. Merc in the mud. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Obviously you raced. Did you race Div 1? I know you raced Div 2. Did you race Div 1?
I did not race Div 1.
Oh. Well, since you raced Div 2, how was your race in Div 2?
Well, it was my first race running full no TC, so it was a bit of an it was a bit of a learning experience.
Oh, sorry, we've just had a massive pile up in the back of the grid.
Oh my god.
Daz is out.
How's he done that?
Spun. He's spun and just caused a bit of a pile up. What is happening in this race today? Yeah. I'll quickly just take this restart and then we'll get back to the quick interview about your race. Jazzy does look like he's gotten a clean start off the VSC, as we do have some people down the grid making moves. We got Brian trying to make a move on Monster. Are they going to go side by side into turn 3?
Brian's in the wall! No! What is going on with Mercedes tonight?
Monster has just absolutely shoved Brian into the wall. What has happened here? Back to the front. Jazzy.
It's all going on here. We've got Red Bull going at it side by side. Slushy's gone off. Abhishek's gone back in. Now being followed very closely with Dutch. It's all going on. Hang on 2 seconds. We've just got so much going on with this interview as well. We've got Spud Muffin in P2 at the moment, right on the back of Jazzy Drop. We've just seen Brian. I don't know if Brian and Monster came together or Brian just went straight to the wall. It looked like he went straight to the wall. Completely missed the corner. I don't know. We'll have to have a look at that.
Brian got completely shoved into the wall. I was on board with him. Monster just came across and shoved him to the wall. Brian couldn't do anything.
Alright, I'll take the Sick Paddy away really quickly as Rossi is about to go side by side there. Sick Paddy, Tyler in P5 at the moment, great position to be in. Obviously Nishka looked like he looked very strong, but unfortunately is out of the race. We've lost 3. This definitely does match up this grid. You reckon we're going to see some surprises in this race tonight?
Well, I mean, like Jay-Z, he looked like he was the man to beat from qualifying. I mean, he didn't pit under the safety car, which was surprising. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he can still work his way back up the field, but being on those old mediums is going to hurt him a fair bit now. But I mean, it's Div 3. It's the div that tends to have the most carnage. So anything can happen here. You could see
Well, it's hurting him
literally
now.
anyone win. You know, you could see someone like
It's hurting him now.
Yeah.
You can feel it
But you can
right
say-
now. Because Spud Muffin is right on his backside and he's about to try and get a move done. As you can see, Jazzy Draw is really trying to push those tyres, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Spud Muffin is quicker in every corner and every exit that he's going in, and it looks like there's a bit of a hold-up here. And two VCABs want to get involved in that, and so does Tyler Mandavid, which is your driver. We're going to let you go because we cannot take our eyes off this race at the moment, because I reckon there's going to be something else happening in the next 5 minutes. So thank you very much for jumping on. All the best for the race tonight. All the best for the rest of the week with the overalls and everything. And we'll see you in Hungary on Sunday. Get ready for it.
Yeah, thank you, lads.
No worries. There we go. So we got Spud Muffin and we've got the V-Cubs getting into the mix of it as well. Spud Muffin on the right, Vu on the left.
Big battle.
Does he get the move done? Vu gets the move done. Thank you very much. And that will be it for the night. But Spud Muffin's going to come back out. Vu down the main straight. It doesn't matter if you take them in the corner. They still have an opportunity to come down the main straight. And we've also got Calco getting involved in this as well. This is all getting very, very intense. And they're going side by side. We've got Tyler and Calco going at it. As Tyler is now in at P4. He's in a bit of a hit there. And it looks like he's smacked into Calco.
God.
Everyone is having to really slow down into the wall that Nishka hit, Fat Cat hit, and also Naira Eshe hit. So a lot of drivers have hit it this weekend. And here comes Tyler as he's got a better exit coming out there on Spud Muffin. He's eager for that P3, and he has got a few podiums this season, so he's one to watch out for at the moment. The other driver of his teammate of Rossi down there in P13. He goes around the outside of Spud Muffin and says, thank you very much. Don't leave me too much room because I'll take it. And I'm going to go back to you, Zombie, with Jazzy Draw in P1 on lap 11 out of 25.
Yeah, I've just been watching this this midfield. It is absolutely insane at the moment. From I think it's about the big ones from P4 to P5 as they're going to go wheel to wheel. Oh, and Calco just says it shuts the door and he just flies on away and put 5-10 a second on him in one turn. That was a very quick move. As we look down the field, Matty AU is getting overtaken. Looking further back, we got side-by-side action with the Red Bull and the Alpine of Abhishek and Bread. I do want to watch this midfield coming down into turn 1. Hennessy is absolutely charging up with that straight line speed. He's going to go side-by-side with Abhishek into turn 1, into turn 2, as they do slightly touch, but that is racing, hard at racing. As I'm there, I'm going to go wheel to wheel into turn 3. This is I feel it's going to end horrible as he pushes Abhishek wide. And as the Haas comes in and comes to overtake him, will he go around the outside? Oh,
Hennessy's gone off.
So close.
Hennessy's gone off the track.
Taken out, and Hennessy's gone off, and that was a bit of a rejoin.
Oh, Jesse Draws out!
Abhishek has got a warning.
Jesse Draw is out of the race.
Oh my god!
He's just gone into the pits and he's hit the wall.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's another one. It's another one. They've taken Nishka and now it's taken Jazzy, and it's both Ferraris after such a fantastic start to the week in Division 1 and Division 2. Division 3, both DNFs, and Alpine out and done as well by Jazzy Draw as well, who was leading this race after the safety car. And well, there is drama here. 15 guys, everyone is scoring points now, so no need to retire. What are we seeing in this race? No safety car as well, and it is, well, it's advantage Vu out in front, 1.3 seconds, and it's VCAB. How you going? P1 and P2. What a night.
Yeah, this is... I am so speechless. After a pretty not exciting quali to this. This has just been absolutely insane these first 13 laps, and we've still got more than half the race to go. So anything could happen as the tyres are getting older. There will just be more and more chances of incidents. So I'm still very excited. I mean, I'm still going on about this midfield. About P7. From P7 to P10, they are battling extremely hard at the moment as they're all just following each other. As Matty Ayu is going to try and defend for his absolute life. As Abhishek is going to go side by side with him into the fast right-hander, and he just shuts the door and says bye with a Matty with a broken front wing. He cannot do anything about that. As J Monster gets a 3-second time penalty.
Wow.
Sorry, Ashley, hold on.
Scenes. No, you're good. Absolute scenes here. And I really do apologise about the connection. EA is really causing us a problem tonight. But hopefully you've been able to see most of this race going up to the front. We've still got Vu in P1. We've got Calco in P2. We've got moves going on here. We've got Dutch and Bread going at it side by side. The Alpine of Bread, the TP of Bread is trying to hold on the fort here. Could we see Alpine be pipped for the overalls this weekend? That's going to be the interesting factor. There's obviously some big teams still in the running here, and also Mercedes losing a car, Ferrari losing 2 of their cars. That is definitely going to be a big one for them, and also McLaren having a really, really good last few weeks in Division 3. They've been fantastic. When Abhishek got that penalty, looks like it's 3 second, and they're also Monster with a 3 second. But at the front, it's like Vu is not pulling away as probably much as we think. It's only 1.1. Calco is in that second still. And Matty Ayu has just jumped into a penalty as well for 3 seconds. And we've got Tyler in that 4.5 attempts as well within that DRS. So is Spud Muffin just out of the DRS at the moment. Bread is out of the DRS. Dutch is out of the DRS now. Abhishek is 2.9 seconds back. He's got Matty Ayu for company right behind, but then following very closely to him is Hennessy and Spotty Dotty, who are all in the DRS. Then Rossi is 9.8 seconds back as well. Slushy in P12, 2.4 seconds back. Matty Ayu just gets moved over by Hennessy now, up into P8, who is now in the DRS of Abhishek. Go a little bit further down. Brian, 6.3 seconds back from Slushy, 4.4 Huddy, and 1.6. But those guys will get points. So whatever you do, do not retire. Brian is on those mediums though, so may have to pit again. That may be the question. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But so far, so good. I was going to say that the V-Carbs are in control, but now they are both in the DRS zone of each other, and Calco has come under a little bit of pressure from Tyler.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's going to be any team orders here, which I have a really good feeling that there isn't going to be any team orders. But I think that's the least that a V-Carb can hope for. But however, it has just taken Calco out of DRS by 1/10 of a second. Yeah, but Tyler is now in this mix for the win. So unless Haivu helps Calco to give him DRS, Calco can be in serious trouble here, or just V-Carb in general. Obviously, I think they'd love this one too, but I think the win's going to be a bit more important. Not more important, but you know, I think a bit of teamwork here could really help these V-Cubs out to secure the 1-2. As yeah, the rest of the field is significantly quite far away from each other. So it's just mainly the top 3 that are close together at the moment. Haivu just leading the way 1.1, nearly 1.2 seconds. And Tyler is keeping Calco for company as Haivu does run a little bit wide. Has that given DRS to Calco? No, it has not. Could Tyler possibly capitalize off Calco not getting DRS from his teammate? Yeah, it's not much happening at the moment. So, yeah, we'll just we'll wait. We'll see what happens. See what but I mean, we still got to watch out for the strategies, the tyre strategies, because these drivers still got to go 10 more laps on these 10-lap-old tyres. So yeah, I'm curious to see who stops first, because I think this would be around the pit window for us. Another set of hard tyres at the moment, SJ.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting to see how this is going to go. Obviously, Tyler in very close, actually the quicker car out of Calco and Vu as well. So he's using Calco quite well. The question is Calco going to be able to try and help his teammate here? You can see that Calco is actually the quicker driver out of him and his teammate. So do they do a bit of a switch? This is a massive opportunity for VCAP to. They're in prime time control of this race, so they really do need to just work together and have a plan here, because they've got Tyler not far behind and also Spud Muffin as well. And as we can see, Tyler is in the DRS. He's staying there with Calco at the moment, and what's happening is they're bringing him into the battle with Calco and Voosh. You can see, look, very close, just in front. Which is very interesting. But yeah, there you go. There's the fastest lap between 793, 671, 627. So Tyler is the quicker car out of them at the moment. That is why we are watching the fastest lap, my friend, because we're seeing who is the quicker car in front to see if there is going to be a decision made at the front between Calco or Vu, because one is either going to have to get a move on, the other one's going to have to hold them up, or they just bring each other into DRS until the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see who pits. And talking about pitting, I have just seen the 11th and 12th pit. So could this be a major undercut here for around that P10 spot? Obviously, the fresh tyres around here are extremely vital and extremely quick. So we'll see how much pace Brian's got, but Brian pitted onto 4 lap old hards.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm still quite confident that will still make it to the race, to the end of the race. So but which out of this top 3 or even top 5, since the undercut's so strong, who pits first? If I'm going to be completely honest, I think Tyler, even now, he could go for the undercut on this lap right now and get a really good outlap and get in front of both of these V-carbs and fly away with the warmer tyres. As he still does follow them, so no signs of anyone in that top 5 pitting yet, which is interesting to see. Because I think if you pit now, you're just going to gain a lot more time than just having a fresh set of tyres for 4 to 5 laps. So pitting now would be very crucial, as our Spotty Dotty is into the pits. But yeah, still waiting to see who pits first.
Yeah, obviously 14 laps. That's telling me that are these hards going to be able to go to the end? Because it may not, which is going to definitely spice this race up massively. If these tyres are not going to go to the end, if they're going to be going around about that 14, 15, it's going to be very interesting, because a lot of these guys are on 12 laps. So you're talking in the next couple of laps, lap 21, that they'll be pitting, if that is the case. But 21, 4 laps to go, you would just risk it, wouldn't you? I wouldn't. You're going to lose too much time. It's going to be very interesting. On that, we've got an interview request for Winter, so if he does want to come in and jump in, feel free to have a quick chat with us. We're on lap 18 out of 25 at the moment. So, Winter, if you're around, mate, feel free to jump in, or I'll have to refund the channel points. Calco, 2.2 seconds behind his teammate at the moment. We've then got Tyler Mandavy, 4.5 tenths behind, but he has brought Spud Muffin into this battle now. And we're going to have a 3 DRS train battle there. As you can see, Vu just in the distance, getting away quite nicely there. So VCAP doing a fantastic job. Can Calco hold on to that P2 though? That's going to be the question. Winter, good evening.
I'm not Winter.
No, we've not been summoned, mate. Winter's been summoned.
Yes, I have. He chose me.
Winter's been summoned for you. Goodbye.
He chose me.
We're waiting for Winter. That was the first interview. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Abhishek in P7 at the moment on those 13 lap hards, the same as everyone else apart from Vu at the moment. 2.3 seconds back with that 3-second time penalty. Hennessy 4.5 seconds behind him as well. We've got Dutch in P6. Now we've got another person. Winter, is that you?
That is Winter, just to confirm.
Winter, good evening. You've been summoned by Connor Webby. And then Connor, and then Winter, you've obviously brought Vettel in, but we'll do them in a second. But first, we'll do you first. Yeah, talk us about what's happened tonight for Mercedes. Brian, very unfortunate down in P13. Nishka hitting the wall that Fat Cat Naya, and looked like Jazzy Draw has hit. Yeah, not the night for Mercedes here at Jeddah.
No, it's not really. Yeah, there's not really much Nishka really could have done. It was just a driving mistake, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and like I said to Zombie earlier on, that wall doesn't get any wider. It stays where it is. It's such a interesting wall, isn't it? Yeah, everyone's so cautious going into that first sector.
Yeah, when I was racing, yeah, I was especially more cautious than probably most drivers were.
Yeah, we'll talk about the incident with Brian. We saw him go into the wall. Now, I don't know. Zombie said he saw Monster push him into a wall, but then I looked like he drove straight into the wall. So, do you have any idea what happened there?
Not from him personally, but for what I saw, it looked like J1 Monster drove him into the wall, taking off both of their front wings, basically.
Okay. Zombie, do you have any questions for your fellow teammates?
I mean, not really. You basically said all the questions I was going to say, so not really from my side.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Winter, thank you very much for jumping on. Brian, 8.8 seconds back. Can he get anything from this race, do you think, 5 laps to go?
Yeah, I reckon he can. I reckon a top 10 is definitely on the cards if he can get the pace on.
8 seconds. Going to be a big ask, unless these guys make big mistakes.
It's going to be a big ask, but I know my TP and I reckon you can do it.
Okay. All right. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Thank you very much for jumping in. We're going to get the next one in. Vettel, jump in very quickly. We've got 21 laps out of 25. I'm going to let Zombie take away the first question that he's got for him. But we've got Tyler.
Just so you know, I hate you.
Tyler is going side by side with Kelko. He's going to lose that P2. Oh, no. And he gets the job done. There you go. Kick into P2. Kelko down into P3. And Brett is into P4. He's got Spud Muffin. Spud Muffin seems to be struggling on those tyres. Dutch Verstappen is getting very close as well. This could go to the wire between P6, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. So do not go anywhere. We've got Vettel jumping in. Zombie, over to you.
Oh, good day, Vettel. I think the obvious first question would be,
Please don't boo me.
How are your fellow teammates hanging on in this race at the moment?
So Jazzy put in the wall, and Red's suspiciously left the Discord voice call, but he's still racing.
So he's
so
doing
yeah,
his
happy
own
days.
thing.
No complaints at all.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sorry,
do you think much
making the
can...
move on Tyler. Gets the move done back into P2. Tyler loses out. Now that brings Brett into the mix now. Brett is right behind Tyler. So we're going to have a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have a 5-way battle as Spud Muffin and Dutch Verstappen go side by side. And Dutch now into P5. Spud Muffin is dropped like a stone. But Tyler is going to come back at Kelko down the main straight, moving over to the right-hand side. As you can see, Kelko low on ERS, gets the move done back into P2. Back to you.
What? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Kind of forgot what I said. Do you think Brett much can come from Brett? Do you believe he can slot that into P2, or do you reckon he doesn't have the pace for it?
Who? Brett?
Yep.
Nah, he's pretty. He's not the greatest. I'll give him that. Nah, he hasn't got the pace. Nah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's all the questions from me. I'll put that over to you, SJ.
Yeah, obviously we saw Jazzy hit the wall. I think it was in the same spot as Nishka earlier on. Obviously one Alpine left. Brett in P4. Can Brett get on the podium?
Nah.
Good to have faith in your TP. Okay. That's all the questions I've got. But thank you very much for jumping in. We are going to get back to the action.
Are you going to boot me now?
Yeah, you can go now. Right.
No, I don't want to go yet.
Yep, you
I
can
like
go
you
now.
here.
You can go now. Vu in
No.
P1 at the moment, 6.6 seconds back. We've then got Tyler, as we've got Calco and Bread going side by side as Calco just shuts the door on Bread. Bread's getting a little bit eager to get into the mix here. We've got Dutch Verstappen. Spud Muffin's coming back into it, and now Albishek has joined the party. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a 6-way battle at the front. Tyler and Calco going back at it. Calco gets back into P2. Are we going to see a VCAP 1-2 zombie?
It's getting very interesting now, but I am on the lookout for punctures because this is definitely puncture territory at the moment. 17 lap old hards. This will be an entertaining last 3 laps of this Jeddah Grand Prix as Calco does slightly hit the wall, but the cars just don't have any turning. And Bread gets a he gets a 3-second penalty, which is just really not what he needed. That will drop him down to P6. Obviously Albishek still has that penalty, but Tyler is still hanging on to Calco, and they are swapping positions like Charles Leclerc and Russell were back in Australia. Slushy gets a 3-second penalty, back down in P10. But we do have Tyler coming on the back of Calco. Sorry about that. Coming up to the back of Calco. Can Tyler get Calco down this DRS straight? I don't think he will do it on this straight, but can he do it on the next straight? And Bread's come out of nowhere. I did not see that. Bread goes side by side with him into the last turn, trying to get the power down. And Bread does have DRS, but they will both have DRS. Who's going to come out into this turn 1 on top? Can Calco still keep the lead of these 2 cars? And he will. But however, at the moment, he is just flying away. He's putting almost nearly 2 seconds on them every single lap. But yes, still very entertaining last couple of laps here, SJ.
Yeah, you take away this last one. I'll take the final. Keep going. You're good.
Oh yeah. I don't know what to go off with. Yeah, Calco is still barely hanging on. Can Tyler still have? He's gonna have a couple more shots at Calco. Oh, as we got Dutch Verstappen and Bread. Dutch Verstappen has moved up into 4th place. Can Dutch Verstappen get the podium for McLaren? Much needed points for McLaren, as I'm not doing too well in the overalls. But can Dutch Verstappen make his way up into the podium and pass Tyler and maybe Calco? Because there is still 1.5 laps to go in this race. At the moment, Tyler has fallen out of DRS. Which just gives VCOB that little extra hope of getting that 1-2 here at this chaotic Jeddah Grand Prix. As we do have Dutch Verstappen, he's coming up to the back of Tyler. Will he make the overtake? Yes, he will, and he makes it with ease. But can Tyler fight back on this main straight for the final lap? SJ, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Vu is checked out, 8.4 seconds back. Calco is got a second. He is adrift of a second. If Dutch and Tyler mess around here, as Dutch moves over and Tyler doesn't know what to do. Dutch keeps that position at the moment. Calco lives another day, and I'll tell you something, this has been one hell of a defensive drive from Calco. Look at the time he has managed for his team out in front. Absolutely extraordinary. Absolute fantastic job from VCAP tonight. But we are on lap 25 out of 25. Bread seems to be struggling. Spud Muffin's got him. He doesn't need to do anything silly. He's got the 3 seconds at the moment. Albishek 4.5 tenths. Doesn't look like the Hennessy is going to be able to pull it back. Unfortunately, he's only 5.1 seconds back. Unless anything happens, he is pulling it in pretty close. But let's have a look at the moment. It's about this battle. Dutch and Calco, 9.5 tenths. Still in the DRS at the moment. He is pushing his hardest. He's 8 tenths.
Tyler's got a puncture!
Who's got a puncher?
Tyler's got a puncture!
Tyler's got a puncture.
He's losing pressure.
This could be serious. He's going to have to be so careful. He's going to have to hold it. Brett is going to go into the lead. And then that means that Spud Muffin... Tyler's got into the wall. And that means Spud Muffin needs to be so careful because if he moves, does that mean Brett could still get P4 4. Let's have a look. We got Vu coming across the line, takes P1. Calco is going to get P2. What a drive from P-Cub. Tyler, absolute scenes here at the end. P7 with the puncher. Dutch Verstappen into P3. What a drive from him tonight. Spud Muffin in P4, Brett in P5, Tyler in P6, and he manages to finish the race. Absolute scenes here tonight. Abhishek in P7, Hennessy in P8, Spotty Dotty in P9, and Slushy will finish in P10. It looks like it, unless Brian can get into the top 10. No, he gets P11, and Huddy go 13th, Monster 14th, and Rossi, will he get 15th? It looks like he may even get 14th here because he's getting very, very close to the back of Monster for that last spot with those penalties. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here, but what scenes here. So we've got Vu, Calco, and Dutch for the interviews. Wow, what a race. What a race indeed.
That was just... I'm so... I don't even know what to say. That was... I think that was the best div this week, or this week for racing, if I'm being completely honest. And Chaosity, the battling, that was... I'm speechless, SJ, I'm speechless.
Yeah, that was some serious racing, wasn't it, tonight? There was a lot of drama happening, and you've got to have a little bit of drama. You know, you've got to have a little bit of drama. But obviously, some big hitters that went out of the race very early on, and it looked like Nishka and Jazzy Draw had this race signed up tonight, but unfortunately both out of this race very early on. And V-Cub, what a night for them. Maximum points there. Driver of the day does go to... I'm waiting for Dutch Verstappen. Cleanest driver goes to Spud Muffin as well. We are going to get onto some interviews as well. And look at these classification results tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Symphonic, you will be absolutely over the moon with this result. Vu taking P1, Calco taking P2. What a drive from Calco tonight, defensive-wise. Absolutely fantastic. Dutch in P3, then Spud, Bread, and Tyler with that puncher, and he managed to finish in P6. Great job from him. Abhishek P7, then Hennessy, Spotty Dotty, Slushy, Brian with the fastest lap in P11, Matty AU, how'd he go? Rossi, Monster, Jazzy Draw, Rise, Daz, Wogjet, Nishka, all out of this race. 15 managing to finish this race, so everyone scores points. What a night here for Division 3. And I'm going to go back to that gameplay, actually, because the other one doesn't work. First of all, before we get these guys in for a quick interview, which I think they've all just jumped in, which is fan-savvy-dozy, give me a summary of tonight.
I think the big one would be Chaos. Obviously the two big runners for the race win, they both hit the same exact wall. So yeah, very chaotic. Some very questionable incidents. Lap 1 especially, and yeah, that was a very entertaining race from the clean side and the chaotic side.
Yeah, definitely. A very, very interesting race, and sometimes when you have those surprises that people, unfortunately don't finish the race, it definitely opens up the field, and anything can happen. And we saw tonight some fantastic drives by some fantastic drivers tonight, which well deserved as well. I've got to say, well deserved. So let's go to our first interview of the night, and a little bit of a drum roll because obviously he is under investigation with the quali earlier on, but we won't go into that too much. We'll let stewards decide on that. Dutch Verstappen, quali ban, unfortunately, going into this race, but what a night, mate. And a lot of drama in this race with the early retirements, the safety car, and then obviously pushing those tyres and trying not to get a puncher, as we did see Tyler get a puncher on the last lap. Give us a bit of a heads up on how your race went.
Actually, it went fantastic, I have to say. From the back, it was really good. And yeah, stay out of trouble. That was the main reason here. And yeah, I saw a few car spins and in the walls. This have to escape that. It was a great race. What do you mean with investigation? You mean I went on the investigation?
I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to. I don't want to scare. I don't want to scare
No,
them.
but why?
Well,
Because
your quality. You got to retire straight away.
yeah,
Not right at the
I
end.
did retire.
Yeah, 1
Yeah,
minute.
that doesn't matter
1
if
minute.
you retire at the end or the beginning. What is that for bullshit?
The rule says immediately.
Retiring is retiring.
It says immediately in the rules. That's all. I'm not going to go into it. It's just we'll see what the stewards say. I'm sure you'll probably.
That made a big joke. If you get a penalty for that, come on, boys.
I'm sure you'll probably get away with it anyway. I don't think I want to take
I
away
hope
from you.
so.
But rules are rules.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. The last few weeks has been fantastic. Obviously, McLaren have really starting to really push in Division 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a tough season in the overalls across all 5, but Division 3 looks really good. Great motivation for you. Obviously, Hennessy getting to the points tonight. You putting on the podium.
Yeah.
Big week next week. Hungary, 70 laps. How you feeling?
Oh, was it a full race? Yeah, Hungary. Yeah, it's very difficult to overtake, just in a long straight. Yeah, it is a difficult track, and especially if you do 100% race, because you have to really 100% focus the whole race. Because that will be tough. I'm not a big fan of Hungary, but yeah, we'll see what's coming out there.
It's going to be a challenge. I think it's going to be a challenge for anyone. I don't think anyone's ever done it. Definitely. So, and that's what we love to see. We love to see the challenges. But no, fantastic race. Absolutely fantastic. We could see that Spotty Dotty and Bread looked like they were really struggling. Obviously, better on your tyre wear, would you say, than them in those last 5 laps?
I say to Hennessy when we just finished and say, oh, lucky you didn't have a puncture. I'll be honest, I didn't check the last 5 laps. They go for it, because if you pit anyway, you lose. It is, I think it will be probably around 65-70%, because I think it was 8 laps for the finish. I was on 45%. I managed it well and not go then full power all the time.
Awesome. Well, great work.
Everything came well for me today.
Great work. Honestly, fantastic drive. And I'll let Zombie, if he's got any questions, away.
Yeah, just got a couple. Were you expecting that there's obviously you catching up to that top 3, which obviously got you the podium, and obviously Tyler having a puncture. Were you confident you were gonna catch those guys, or did you think I'll just stick where I am at the moment?
In the beginning, I was stick around a bit, and then I saw my pace was really good, and then I overtook a few drivers, and the main thing here is just stay out of trouble. Don't go dive bombing here, because it just makes no sense. Just overtake on the straight, and then everything packed out well.
Yeah,
but
100%.
but I was not afraid that I get a puncture. No, I was not even thinking about the last 5 laps.
Well, that could be one way to do it, and it obviously worked for you. So
because it stresses you a lot. If you think, oh shit, 80%, oh fuck, didn't put extra stress on me. Just drive, and I got Tyler at the end. That was great. So, pretty good.
Yeah, and obviously you having the quali ban, and I saw that you'd actually gained 5 places at the start. How was your first start? Were you one of those going side by side into turn 3, or did you just try to keep it out the wall?
No, keep it out of the wall. But at the start, the car before me, he didn't even really start. I have to really go to the right. So nearly crashed into him. I was pretty lucky that I made 2 places already after the first corner, and then just stay behind. You think the other make mistakes and then go around them, and that was happened.
Yeah, and well, you got a podium for just driving, and obviously just being patient. Exactly. Good race from your side. Congratulations on the podium, and I'll pass you back on to SJ.
Yeah, great work. And we'll see you next week in Hungary.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy,
No worries.
everyone. Have a good night and see you next week. Bye bye.
Thanks, Taj. All right, let's move on to double podium. Obviously, congratulations as well to Dutch for getting driver of the day. But let's jump on to VCARB. It's a VCARB night. Calco, what a drive, mate. Obviously, defensive, like you've done everything you could. It was touch and go if you were going to hold on to it. Tyler really did put some pressure on you. But you managed to bring it away, and you managed to give the gap to your teammate, which was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, tell us how the night, how your race was.
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to go that well. I think I qualified P8, and I think I looked at my time, and that was honestly like the most I could probably get out of it. Even joining late, I thought I had the wrong tire setup. I thought AI had like selected softer because I had like 4 softs I could use. But I don't know. The waves just separated for me throughout the race. I think a lot of people in front of me had some clashes at the start that caused some wing damage, so they had to pit early. And then when the safety car come out, it was a couple laps early, but I was like, oh, I think we'd make up those laps under the safety, so it would have been all right. And then coming to the end of the race, man, I was struggling on the tires. And even Symphonic, who was engineering, was like, are you going to make it? Like, do you think you need a pit? And I was like, I haven't even looked at my tire temperature, my tire wear. I'm just trying to drive and keep Tyler behind me. But yeah, happy to. I knew I was never going to overtake Hugh Vu, and I'm not even in the standings for it. I knew throughout the week during practice, my tire wear was a lot worse than his, so he was always going to break away. But I was still happy to do my job and come away with a 1-2.
Well, I think you did because I was just looking at a little bit about the times and that, and you were actually very very close to him at one point. Obviously, with the times, you actually attempt quicker than him. So I was thinking about what was there ever a thinking? I don't know if Symphonic was there tonight. Were you being engineered? Was there a possibility that you would have maybe switched if one was slower than the other? Because he was bringing you back into the DRS, which we could see. Then you would then let him pull away, and then he'd bring you back in. But then while he was bringing you back in, you would then bring in P3, P4, and P5 into the battle, and that you didn't probably want, you know. So was there a time that you may have thought about switching up a little bit and you going out in front and him staying up behind?
On the restart, right on the restart, I think I got a much better restart than him, but I just stayed behind. I literally just said to him on that straight, I was like, I'm not gonna. Oh, it was like a few laps later. He asked if I was going to overtake, and I said no. And then a few laps later, I was like, don't worry about me overtaking you. I'm just going to sit behind you. And then I was sitting in his DRS, but the back and forward between DRS, I think I was just making small mistakes. So I was dropping back out of it, and then on some of my clean laps, I was managing to catch back up, but then my tires just got so far separated, like in terms of tire wear to him, that it was just gonna be who between me and Tyler who managed to manage their tires well enough, because we were both coming up to puncture territory by the sounds of it.
Well,
So yeah, like there wasn't a case of like I was going to overtake him. I'm not even in the standings for points, so it wasn't even a thought really, unless he made a mistake or something, but he didn't. So.
Well, absolutely fantastic, because that was a very, very good race, and you've got to be very, very chuffed with that. Big points for VCAB. Obviously, few big shocks tonight. Jazzy Jork going out, obviously Nishka going out earlier on, and then obviously the double Ferrari as well. So a lot of opportunities from those teams, and you definitely capitalise on that tonight. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Going into motivation and momentum now, Hungary. 70 laps. I do repeat, 70 laps. How you feeling?
Oh, I actually can't make it next week.
Oh, look at
work,
that.
so
He's making an excuse.
No. I would have loved to have run a 100% race. The longer the race, the better for me. I enjoy it, but no, I told Symphonic already I couldn't make it a couple of days ago, so unfortunately I'm out.
Oh, that's a shame. So back for Qatar.
Yep. for sure.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations, mate. Well deserved P2. That was a very, very impressive drive tonight. And I'll pass you over to Zombie.
Thanks.
Sorry, I don't have any questions. I was thinking of a lot of questions, and then you kind of just took them all. But yeah, no, I just want to say congrats and congrats on defending and obviously releasing that pressure from him getting a puncture. But congrats on the 1-2.
All good. Cheers, mate.
Right. Zombie, I'll let you take this one away because I ask most of the questions. We're going to stay with VCAB and we're going to go with Vu. So over to you, Zombie.
Thank you, SJ. Vu, that was
hello.
I think you can also say that that was a very chaotic start of the race. Obviously, Jazzy and Nishka going out. Were you? I mean, with the pace of the top two, did you think that you were gonna try and keep up, or did you think they were gonna kind of just run away? Obviously, they were running away together until they obviously both hit the turn 3 wall. So yeah, just give us a rundown through of that first like 10 laps.
Yeah, like first lap, I've been get KO behind, so I'm losing some time. So then I want to. It's like pushing to catch up with Spot, and the safety car come out. I just changing my tire and just like that. After the 10 lap, like first 10 lap, I just um want to step the tire, so I'm told Calco to overtake me a few times, but he won't. So I'm pushing forward, and he's a legend by defend the back behind and give me some space in front to pull away.
Yeah, yeah, that was I think at the end of that, towards the end of your stint, that was a fantastic last 8 to 5 laps. Obviously running away with around nearly a 10-second gap between your teammate. Were you worried about your teammate? Obviously, him and Tyler battling so much for the last couple of laps until they got that puncture. Were you a bit worried that Kafka was going to lose that podium, or were you quite confident that he could do it?
It's just I don't know. It's like I have clean air, and so I'm slow down in every corner, so I can step my tire. And at the end of the race, my tires only got like around 60%.
Wow.
It's really yeah, it's really good.
60% is very good.
That's why I pull away from Kako also. He almost got a puncture.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's why I can pull away from Kako because he's like his tire almost got a puncture.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people were in puncture territory, but by the sounds of it, you were definitely chinging the ball with a margarita. So, but yeah, fantastic race from you. Congrats on the big 1-2 for your team in VCARB, and I'll pass you back on to SJ.
Thank you very much, Vu. What a night! I'll probably a big thanks to your teammate. Your teammate did a real good job at defending. Obviously, you two were messing around. Well, not messing around, but you were working with the DRS, which was really good to see. A real good team race tonight for you two. We've seen it with the Astons, with Ricardo and Aben. We've seen it with obviously fellow teammates as well. But tonight, obviously, is the VCAB night, and got to be very, very happy. It's been a bit of a difficult start. You've been involved in a few incidents, and I'm not saying they're your own fault, but you know you've had a few. You know, I think you had a DSQ on one of them or something that you spun. So it's been a bit of an interesting start. But how does this go for you for momentum for Hungary?
In Hungary, I may miss the Hungary because I have some work and quota also. Maybe.
Wow, 2 races. God, people are. I don't know if people are
Yes,
making
Quetta is
excuses.
my pet race also.
I know people are making excuses because they don't want to do it, but if that is the case, then fair enough. And if it is a reasonable one, then awesome. But you've got to be pretty chuffed with the result tonight for your team and also for VCAL.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That is the way to be, mate. Well done. Congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll see you in Qatar or whenever we see you next.
Yeah, I think I can make it into Qatar.
Good man. Good man.
It's like 50-50% chance.
It's a way away yet. It's a way away yet. We're not even at round 9 yet. So well, we are just about to be at round 9, but yeah. So you've got plenty of time. Things can change, but anyway, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much for jumping in, and once again, congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Awesome. Zombie, what a night. Lots of ups and downs. It'll be very interesting to see if the teams do review the obviously all divisions, but Division 3 definitely didn't disappoint for Jeddah. And some big hitters out and some big points scored by a team that you wouldn't have thought that would score the big points tonight.
Yeah, I think from in quali or the start of the race, I obviously mentioned Merck a lot because I think we've seen from the last couple of races they've definitely had the pace to win, even 1-2s at one point. But yeah, just pretty unfortunate for the Mercs, and obviously the Ferraris obviously having a very strong start to the weekend, Div 1 and Div 2. So I'm sure Lamb will be having a look on Div 3 tonight. But yeah, very very chaotic, and yeah, that did not bore me at all. I was watching it full on the entire time. So yeah, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, much appreciated for jumping in and helping me in the comms box. Really do appreciate it, and I hope everyone did enjoy that night. We did obviously get a few surprise interviews. Thank you very much for all those interviews. I have refunded one of them, so really appreciate that. Thank you very much to the followers as well. We've got Redact, Drive to Survive, Zaze, Tuxi, and Cooper the Keeper as well. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Love the support, continuing support, and also to our main sponsors as well, AI369, SRC affiliate this season, and also SimLab and Pagnian. Going into Hungary very, very soon is going to be a big night. So if you are needing a setup, jump on board with SRC and use the code in the comments. And the same if you're looking to replace the wheel and thinking I may go from a controller to a wheel, or I may change my pedals for Hungary, then feel free to jump on board with Pagnian and use the code in the comments. That is it. That is all of our week's racing done and dusted. We'll be back tomorrow night where you'll be joined with Rekus in the comms box for the reserve program at Hungary. Will it be a 35? Will it be a 50? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to go to a vote. So keep an eye out for that. That will go out tonight. So we'll see how that goes. And then, yes, we are there for the big one, which will be joined by Rekus and some other commentator. I'm not sure who that's going to be until the schedule goes out. But we got the big one. It is, well, it's not the last one. It's the second 100% race of the season at Hungary. A good 70 laps around a track, which is very small. It's going to go quick. But the question is, do you have the patience? You are going to be in a rig. You are going to be on a controller for a while. So start practicing, get your qualifying, because you really want to be qualifying first, especially in Hungary. I'm sure Zombie's going to be doing his practice, and I'm sure I'm going to be doing my practice. And I'm sure all of the divisions will be doing their practice for a fantastic race, which is going to be a long night, but it's going to be great. Cannot wait. It's going to be a big challenge. Congratulations to all of our podium winners tonight. Vu, Calco, Dutch Verstappen, and Driver of the Day as well. And also Brian did get the fastest lap, so congratulations to him getting that extra point. Overalls is going to be very interesting this week. I definitely 100% think that will be. So we'll have to wait and see how it's going to look. But thank you very much for tuning in. And Zombie, thank you very much for jumping in to the comms box.
Yep, no worries. I'm always free to help. So yeah, I love doing this. So yeah, thanks for inviting me in.
No worries, mate. Anytime. And that was it. I'll leave you a quote, as I always do, before we go. It is the VCAB night tonight, the 1-2. Can they do it again with both drivers not there? Questions will be asked, but we'll see in Hungary next week. Good night.